Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Rebecca King, Business Development Trainer for Northeast Tech, and we're here today with
Jeane Burgess.
Jeane Burgess with Tall Oak Media. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Oh, I always say that I'm a small town girl doing big time things. I live in Welch, which if you've ever been to Welch, Oklahoma, it's like population 600. And I actually make my living from doing public relations. So I do PR primarily for authors. And I have been doing that since, I started in publishing in 1989, but started with doing PR in 2001. And so Tall Oak Media is a firm that basically represents, we usually work directly with publishers, and then they assign us authors, and I do the PR for them. And so basically what I do is I book anything for them that's free. So it's not paid ads, but it's interviews, Q&As, it could be podcasts, anything like that that doesn't cost the publisher or the author. That's what I do. So essentially I'm working with a bank of authors of all different kinds of books, fiction, nonfiction, children's, to get the word out so people find out about them. And I do it in various ways.
Excellent, excellent. Now, you are a very passionate person, and you have some projects that touch the heart of people around you. Could you tell me about a few of those?
Yeah, I probably one of my number one things is I have a podcast called Bloodlines: Tales of Indigenous Women, and it's basically 12 episodes a year, and it's spotlighting Native American women that are doing really wonderful things in their world. I'm in the Peoria tribe of Oklahoma, and so I have very proud tribal roots, and I just wanted, during the pandemic, I came up with the idea that I just wanted there to be a spotlight on Indigenous Native American women. And so, I have a podcast, and I talk to everybody from costume directors in Hollywood to school teachers to people that work on the tribe. I also, my mother was on the enrollment committee at my tribe, which basically traces bloodlines. And then when she passed away in 2011, I took her place. And so now I serve on the enrollment committee, and the enrollment committee's job is to trace the bloodlines. That's where the name came from of the podcast, was Bloodlines. So that's a real huge passion of mine. And then also I go one time a month to John 3:16 Mission in Tulsa, and I work with the men and women's recovery groups, and we talk about writing, and I hopefully help them move their lives forward with words. And so I do that once a month, and I have the men and the women's group, and I really love that. I love being a part of John 3:16. If people haven't heard of John 3:16, they started with the homeless, and then there's another campus where they serve people that are in recovery. In the back of that building, there's a 150-acre farm right in the middle of Tulsa, and they have bees. They're getting ready to harvest honey that they'll sell to go back into the mission. There's cattle, there's vegetables, there's all kinds of things back on that back 150. And so that's part of what I do. And then I'm also involved in my church. My church means a lot to me, and so I'm involved in that. And just honestly, I want to funnel encouragement. That's my number one thing. I always say that if I ever won the lottery, which I really don't play, but if I ever won the lottery, then I would encourage people 24/7, 365. That is what I would do. That's what I really love doing the most, is encouraging. So, but I live in Welch, and it's me and my dog. I have a dog. His name is Bartimaeus, and he only has one eye. That's the blind Bartimaeus in the Bible. And he has one eye, and he is a yellow lab, and sweet personality. And so I just live on the corner in Welch. I'm also involved in a sorority there that we do good things for people. It's like we help out with scholarships and different things like that, people in need. And so I'm also a part of that group of women. And so I'm a really, really blessed girl.
Yes, and everyone's blessed to be around you. It sounds like you just touched so many lives. Now, very important, You have the dog with one eye. I have a dog with one eye. She's Blind Bella.
Oh
is
my
her name.
gosh, that's great.
And she is a doggy Bordeaux. And if you're not familiar with that, that's the Turner and Hooch dog. So
Yes.
she's a slobbering mess.
But Belle means beautiful, right?
Yes, and she is. She thinks she's so beautiful,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
independent. And I try to make her a hiking dog, and she just let me know where in my DNA does it say I'm a hiking dog.
Yeah,
So
Bartimaeus is like that. He just wants to be sweet in the backyard. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't really, and he's old. He's getting older, but yeah, it's been a really good learning experience with him. Yeah.
Fun. Now back to your podcast.
Yes.
So if I was someone that wanted to listen to your podcast, where can I go to find it, and what do I look for?
It's just under Bloodlines, Tales of Indigenous Women. You can find it on Apple. You can find it on Spotify. If you have a podcast, if you have an iPhone and you have a podcast app on there, you can find it on there. Pretty much anywhere podcasts are found.
Excellent. That sounds great. Thank you so much. And is there any insight with your knowledge, and you're such an encourager, to any of the listeners out there that might be touched by your words, and you are so good at words? Do you have any messages to them?
I would say that we all have hard times. We all have things that we go through. A couple of things that's been, well, there's probably three things that have been especially helpful to me. One is my faith. You know, I'm a Jesus girl, and that's my faith. And then the other thing is, don't be afraid to ask for help. In the scriptures, there's a scripture that says, if any of you lack wisdom, just ask and God will give it abundantly. So don't be afraid to ask for help. And I think the other thing is, don't give up. No matter what, I know things may look bleak, they may look hard, they may look impossible, but don't give up, because the world really needs you. It's, you know, we don't have any other footprint or story or fingerprint but yours that are yours. We don't have that. So we need you to not give up, but just don't be afraid to ask if you need help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a great message. And let's go ahead and look into the camera. And we want to thank everybody for watching us and listening to us. We're going to be back here for some more interviews of different people in the community that are doing great things, and you see them every day, but we want to hear their stories. So thank you everybody for listening, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for this opportunity. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.